At that point, 1988, South Beach literally was full of petty criminals and poor old people, right? And it was a slum, very much so. And Chris Black was the kind of guy that even though he has his own plane and all this, he dresses in blue jeans and t-shirt and flip-flops, a very comfortable person, very approachable person. And if everybody's staying at the fancy joint on the road, he goes the total opposite. He wants to be where the sweat and the dirt is, always hungry for knowledge. So what does he do? He stays at South Beach instead of Coconut Grove or wherever everybody was staying. And in his visionary state, he sees the potential of this beautiful place and immediately buys the Marlin, okay? He buys a Marlin, and I said, well, Chris, now I'm working for you as an in-house producer, A&R person. We have a publishing deal. I'm a member of this community. I believe in the talent here. How about building a studio here? We can use to ferment and nurture a local talent, a laboratory. And he said, great idea, let's do it. So that became Studio A. Where we're sitting now used to be South Beach Studios' office, right? And back in 1996, I'm really bad with dates, I gotta tell you. Aerosmith pulls in to come work in A. They had a fantastic producer, which I'm sorry, forgive me. Look it up, Aerosmith, South Beach. He did Alanis Morissette. He became very famous from doing that album. Very musical guy, hardworking guy. He says, guys, at that point, the ADATs were happening. And so he thought, instead of going to A first and write the album there, we have some more songs to do. I'm going to bring some ADATs and set up shop in the hotel room directly above us, which was 205. So now Steven Tyler, beautiful guy, again, very approachable, very comfortable. He has these big boots. And as they're working upstairs, you hear them, you know, doing this as they sing, and it would signal to us, hey, they're having a good day, because there's a lot of foot stomping up there, right? So years later, I thought, you know, we have this office here. Technology is getting to the point where, you know, the original calculator was this big for $300. Now you get one free that fits in your shirt pocket if you fill your gas tank up. And technology has allowed us to have a much smaller footprint, a lot less expensive, and does great work. Once the digital domain entered all of our lives, whether it's internet, whatever it is, it's like a genie has come out of a bottle, and anything is possible today. I believe it's a beautiful time to be alive because of that. So I asked Chris Blackwell, this is a year, 1999 now, because I remember I said to him, we have this office space, it's generating no income, and now because of things like DigiDesign and in different situations, I can really put a room in here for a decimal of what we paid for the A room and actually generate income, and we need this extra room. All kinds of people have been through here, whether it's Weezer, Mick Jagger, as of the last few years, mainly R&B, hip-hop artists have come through here. Again, knock on wood, one of the most incredible people, very easy, again, approachable, incredibly very well ethic. He comes in here every day, knocks out great work, and I'm talking about Pharrell Williams and Neptunes. The man comes in every day, good morning, how you doing, boss? Comes in here and proceeds to just kill us. Because when he's doing what he does, I hear people like Miles Davis working on top of this stuff. It's timeless. The progressions, the arrangements are so inspiring that we're very lucky, man, to have Tom Raj in one room and Pharrell Williams in another. Find out what they need. And one of the things that Pharrell's been complaining forever is that it just wasn't loud enough here. It wasn't clear enough. So we went ahead and we got some Mossberger design speakers. And the next thing was, again, the word SSL. And not because you're here. SSL to us is something that's solid. They build equipment that lasts, that sounds right, that feels right, that ergonomically is easy to get around. It makes sense to the people that do things, engineers. So immediately we made a phone call.
We've been really lucky to have the Neptunes, the producers, in here. They've been coming here since about 2000. 4 pretty consistently. They had been here a few times prior to that. One time they even worked in Tom's room downstairs when he was out. They did one of their first records with an artist named Nori down there. And I think, you know, this place was always kind of in the back of Pharrell and Chad's mind somewhere after that point. And they started coming here more consistently in around 2004. And since then, it's been a really amazing and productive relationship that we've had. The setup that was in here up to just a couple months ago was, like I say, it was basically the original setup that was put in 2000, which was a Pro Tools HD system with Pro Control. And like I say, that worked well for this room for a long time, and there was some amazing things that happened in here, but at some point it was time to move on from that, and this room earned an upgrade. We decided that with what goes on in here, and like I say, to provide the flexibility to be able to interface with multiple DAWs and be so powerful in the pre-production and production process, and then also transition to doing whatever level of mixing the user wants to get into, and be able to pretty seamlessly incorporate a lot of the outboard gear and the ease of using the inserts and the patch-based system that you guys have developed is really powerful. So that's something that we're really excited about blending into the kind of stuff that's already been happening here for years. So like I say, it's exciting to think about the possibilities of this room based on what's already happening here with what, you know, truth be told was a subpar setup for the kind of clients that were working in here. To be able to provide them this kind of a tool and really take what it is that already was going on in here to another level and make it so that the room itself is not just adequate for what it is that they're doing, but is going to enhance the process that they've already engaged in here for a long time. To let people interface their Logic setup and utilizing the routing matrix and to be able to send Logic data through our outboard equipment the way that we'll be able to, and also have it interacting with Pro Tools in real time together is really powerful, because you no longer have to segregate those two processes. It's not as if it's a Logic session for a few hours and then you finish that, print everything, and then go to Pro Tools, and then it's, you know, that process is cut. You can have them both going and they interface beautifully. So that was a big consideration also.